Cartoon pilots are created as a way to test the concepts and capabilities of a show. They can be used for testing with both audiences and investors, and can also serve as a way to kickstart a show and get it on television. In the late 90s and early 2000s, two interesting programs popped up: Oh Yeah Cartoons and Cartoon Network's Big Pick Show. These were competitions held by Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network to find new pilots that viewers wanted. I originally wanted to talk about Oh Yeah Cartoons and Big Pick as their own videos, but I felt this seemed a bit better and a bit more interesting. To put it simply, a group of cartoons were aired on the respective channels, and viewers could vote as to which pilot they favored the most. This allowed for interesting interaction between viewer and show, as it allowed watchers and fans of these channels to decide what they wanted broadcasted. It reminds me a bit of Adult Swim in its sense of viewer engagement and interaction. While great shows did sprout from these programs, such as Chalk Zone, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Codename Kids Next Door, the list goes on, some of the rejected shorts I and many others favor to this day. A great example of this is Kitty Bobo, a 2001 short created by Kevin Callagher and Megan Dunn. Kitty Bobo follows the titular character and his adventures in the city with his friends Maggie, Paul Dog, and Monkey Carl. The short that was produced has a very simple and laid-back story. Kitty Bobo has recently acquired a cell phone, and he wants to show it off to all his various friends. The episode showcases his antics and constant bragging throughout various situations. It's very relaxed and feels a bit like Mission Hill in its urban aesthetic with very simple kind of plot lines. The art style is very unique and really gives the show personality and character. In a way, it almost reminds me of South Park in its lack of outlines, or at least bold outlines that were common at the time, and the homemade look to the backgrounds. The design of the characters is also very well done, and everything as far as the art is interesting and something I haven't seen too much of, especially nowadays. The writing seems fairly well done, not anything absolutely spectacular, but the characters are well written and it's definitely entertaining. I feel like this show probably would have taken the Steven Universe route of starting out all innocent and harmless and eventually crushing your heart into a senseless pulp. But that's another story for another day. So I've given you a brief look at the story and characters, but now I want to pose a question. Would it really be that great?
Yes! Oh yes! Oh yeah!
I love the pilot, and I revisit it ever so often, but would it have made a good series? It's definitely eye candy, with great characters and amazing designs, but what about the writing and plot? While urban settings can work if done correctly, such as Mission Hill, MTV Downtown, and a personal favorite of mine, The Nut Shack, I'm not sure if this would have been the best. Note that most of these shows didn't last very long. Heck, Mission Hill and Downtown didn't even break 14 episodes. Would it really have done that well? And it's not like good shows weren't coming in. In fact, this was some of the best programming on Cartoon Network. Of all the things to lose to, it had pretty big competition. Codename Kids Next Door definitely deserved the spot, at least in my opinion. I feel that Kitty Bobo just came out around the wrong time. If it had premiered a few years later, it might have done better. But of course, how can I know? In this day and age where everything is a comedy reboot, I think something like Kitty Bobo could really shine in animation. While some cartoons that have potential are given a shot, there are many others that are just rejected. That's how business works. I'm sure something will come along eventually that captures the same spirit and attitude of the show. Right? Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this sort of new type of video. I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I thought I might as well try with this and see if people liked it, if, you know, it was more interesting than my lost media stuff or my cartoon stuff. You know, just try something new. But if I ever do something, it's always going to stay within the realms of the kind of stuff that I usually do. I mean, my name is literally the Cartoon Catastrophe. But, yeah, and after some particular catastrophes I had just a couple months ago, I'm still recovering, so I'm not going to be able to do videos as often, but hopefully I can still get them out. Hope you guys liked it. No more delays. See you guys later. Bye-bye!